Hey guys, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Unlimited. It is official as we have a major announcement to Brock Lesnar fighting at UFC 200. Now, this actually started about a week or two ago, but it was more of a we thought it was an accident on the UFC's part. Brock Lesnar's profile popped up on the UFC website and then was taken down rather quickly. Then, I think it was earlier this week, Dana White was on ESPN and the question was asked, is Brock Lesnar coming back to the UFC? Is the UFC interested in signing the former heavyweight champion? And Dana White, like he always does to every rumor, shot it down. Then, earlier today, Ariel Helwani broke the story on MMAfighting.com that Brock Lesnar is in negotiations with the UFC to come back and fight at UFC 200, and the announcement would come at any time. Well, during UFC 199, a promo played for UFC 200 it seemed very Cormier Jones centric. Then at the end, they showed all 6 fighters in the top 3 fights inside of a cage, one by one. They then showed Bruce Buffer. Then the screen shows the UFC 200 poster. We then hear Brock Lesnar's voice as he yells, "Can you see me? Can you see me now?" Brock then appears on the screen, throws an overhand right, and the screen goes black. So there we have it. That was their announcement to Brock Lesnar returning at UFC 200. Mike Goldberg and Joe Rogan talked about it briefly after the promo played. The WWE did release a statement saying that Brock Lesnar was granted this one-off opportunity and will return in time for SummerSlam. So there we have it. Brock is doing this with the WWE's approval. So I can maybe see them talking about it a little on Raw or SmackDown, maybe giving it a little bit of promotion, and maybe WWE can get something out of it. Now, as far as who Brock is going to face, the UFC did state that Monday on ESPN they will be announcing Brock Lesnar's opponent, and I don't quote me on this, but the 2 names I have heard that could fight Brock Lesnar are Mark Hunt and Josh Barnett. I am hearing that Barnett is actually campaigning to take this fight with Brock Lesnar, and he wants it bad. He wants it real bad. But like I said, the UFC has not made it official, but they will this Monday on ESPN. No time was given on when the announcement will be made, so keep locked here on Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we will break that news soon as we hear it. Now here's the good and here's the bad out of all of this from my perspective. The good: Brock Lesnar gets to go back to the UFC. He gets to redeem himself after losing to Alistair Overeem in his last fight. WWE can use this as a way to promote their brand, to promote a WWE fighter, contracted fighter, going into the UFC and doing well. Now, here's the thing. If Brock doesn't do well, what does that do to the Brock Lesnar character in the WWE? Brock is built to be this dominant force, this guy that can't be beat. I mean, the last time he lost, he didn't really even lose, to be honest. So I feel if Brock gets beat, it's going to look bad on his character in WWE. If Brock gets destroyed, he loses all credibility with this character in the WWE. God forbid if Brock gets injured, if Brock gets hurt, then Brock could be out of SummerSlam. WWE has all the intentions of Brock going, fighting UFC 200, coming out of it unscathed, and able to return for SummerSlam. Now that's the issue. Like I said, what if Brock gets hurt? What if Brock breaks a hand, breaks a leg, breaks an ankle, breaks an arm, breaks an elbow, breaks a wrist, and has to miss SummerSlam? That's my one big concern with all of this. I know it's great for all sides, for Brock, for the WWE, for the UFC, because they can make a lot of money depending on what kind of deal UFC made with the WWE to allow Brock to do this. Now, I know over the weekend we're going to get, between tonight, tomorrow, Monday, we're going to get a lot more news on this, and we will bring you all the Brock Lesnar UFC news that we get, that we can, that we will. Like I said, Monday on ESPN, a time was not given, but sometime on Monday, the opponent for Brock Lesnar will be announced. Remember, UFC 200 takes place from Las Vegas, Nevada at the new T-Mobile Arena July 9th, live and only on pay-per-view. Like I said, I do have my concerns because, like I said, what if Brock loses some credibility with his domination, his beast character in the WWE, and like I said also, God forbid Brock gets hurt and can't wrestle at SummerSlam. But keep it locked on Pro Wrestling Unlimited as we will bring you all the updates, all the news, rumors, stories on Brock Lesnar and his return to the UFC, how the UFC and the WWE kept this such a big secret, and how it was all put together. Remember, guys, comment below, like and share this video, like us on Facebook, and subscribe here on YouTube.